Friends, I want to give a small brief summary about the budget. Government fiscal deficit target as a percentage of GDP from 5.1 has come down to 4.9, which is a target in the right direction. And the next year they are trying to reduce it to 4.5, which is a good fiscal prudence, so that they are trying to balance between the expenditure and the revenue. And this budget focuses on many new things, something like helping the first time job seekers in the formal sector by providing them direct benefit transfer at 5,000 rupees for the next 3 months, so that they will the companies will be more encouraged to recruit new peoples. And also they are having a separate scheme for MSME for credit guarantee. And also they are looking at internship in top companies, and especially in the manufacturing sector, they are trying to provide EPFO contribution also with a 4-year arrangement, which benefits both employer and employee, which is a very good step in the right direction, so that it will address the problem of jobless growth, which has happened in the last few quarters, right? And coming to the spending on infrastructure, the government is looking at 11.1 trillion allocation is being done to the infrastructure as a sector, so that they keep looking at growth in the infra, which is vital to the country's economic growth. And there is a special incentive which has been planned for woman-oriented schemes. They are trying to provide a separate allocation for tribal families. And there is some social security schemes which has been planned for that. And if you look at from the capital gain perspective, let me first touch upon the mutual funds. In mutual funds, let me give you 3 broad category. Equity oriented mutual funds, which has got 65% exposure to equity. The long-term capital gain has increased from 10% to 12.5%. But the exemption limit, which was there for 1 lakh, has been increased to 1.25 lakh per year, per PAN per year. And for the short term, the capital gains is raised from 15% to 20%. Basically, mutual fund investors don't have much worry on the short term, because less than 1 year they don't buy and sell equity schemes. But it might impact the stock investors who keep on looking at quarterly results and making that portfolio, because they need to be careful about it. Yeah. The second thing is the debt oriented funds. Debt funds, which has got more than 65% exposure to fixed income securities. In that, last year itself, they have taken away the indexation benefit from April 2023. So there is no change either in the short term or in the long term. The tax rate remains the same. For any debt funds which is more than 65%, the taxation does not change. There is another category which is called as the fund of fund, domestic fund of fund, international fund of fund. Some commodity oriented fund, something like a gold fund, silver fund, like that. And also there are some multi-asset allocation fund which has got equity, commodity, international equity and everything. That will come under neither an equity nor debt. In that category, previously the marginal slab rate is up to 36 months, whereas now the marginal slab rate will be up to 24 months, and beyond 24 months, they had that indexation benefit which has been taken away, and it is replaced with 12.5% tax. So that is a welcome change in that category of funds which will benefit investors in their medium-term asset allocation. So I also wanted to touch upon some of the changes which has happened to all other financial asset class. If you look at the unlisted space, or even the real estate, in real estate the indexation benefit has gone away, and 20% with indexation has gone away, and now it is replaced with 12.5% tax if the asset is held for more than 2 years. That is the same for gold, and that is the same for unlisted equity, and that is the same for unlisted debentures, unlisted bonds and other categories. So now that indexation is completely taken away, which is a big change in the union budget 24-25, which is a significant change, and they are trying to rationalize the taxes so that they wanted to simplify the taxes with only the short term and long term, rather than having a different rate of interest for different products. Fine. So as far as equity mutual funds are concerned, that 12.5% is slightly negative. It will have a higher tax outflow from the investors' perspective. But please always remember that investors invest in equity for long term. The growth is for long term. They don't have to worry about unless and otherwise the fund is performing bad, we will make the changes. Else, it will always be a long-term wealth creation based on their goals. So the taxation does not happen during accrual. It's only at the end of the term. And all this taxation in capital gains is applicable even from this financial year, that is from July 23rd onwards. So you need to be cognizant of it. And our economy is doing well, and with good growth happening, you will continue to create wealth. And we are more than happy to help you in your financial journey. Hope the small brief about the budget summary can give you some insights in understanding things in a better light. Happy to connect. Thank you.